Good morning, everyone, and thank you for letting me be here. I'm Kainani from Guajome Park Academy, and today I brought Ms. Raudabush, my biology teacher. My parents, Connie and Moy Tacazon, and then our superintendent, Kevin Humphrey. I wanted to thank everyone for being here and supporting me today, along with my whole high school experience and my career. I also would like to thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to speak with you guys, and especially Mr. Humphrey for choosing me for this month. And I also want to celebrate with the other students who have done such amazing jobs in their communities and their schools, and also congratulate them for doing such wonderful things in their lives as well. Since I was a child, I've always been eager to help others and lend a helping hand to those who need it. I know it may seem crazy or weird, but I have been in Girl Scouts since kindergarten, and I think it's made a huge impact in my life. Sorry. Growing up, I was very shy and quiet, but through Girl Scouts, I broke out of that shell more and more and learned to stand up for what I believe in. It has also given me many opportunities to volunteer with local organizations and learn more about my community. It has allowed me to volunteer with many local organizations, from beach cleanups to breast cancer walks to volunteering at the local retirement home. I realized from all my experiences that it impacts more than just one person when you help others. You display an open mind and portray an image of kindness to those around you. You never know what someone is going through or how much they're juggling, but with a simple act of kindness, it can turn a person's day around. Although I am more shy and quiet, it doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention to others and the community around me. I may not be a very loud person, but in my opinion, you don't need to be loud to make a difference. However, I think Ms. Raudabush would think otherwise, since I don't talk very much in her class. But I think it matters more how your actions impact others. A kind word is definitely impactful, but what about a kind gesture? In order to make changes in our community and in our world, we have to get up and do something about it. This has also made me realize my interest in environmental science. After taking IB biology for 2 years and learning more about the Earth and the variety of species within our planet, I've realized the importance of keeping it alive and healthy. In the future, I hope to attend a 4-year university where I can study more about the environment and research ways we can improve our ecosystems and planet as a whole. Not only will this benefit the planet, but it will benefit the people and bring together all of our communities. And finally, I'd like to congratulate everyone again and thank the Vista Chamber of Commerce, my parents, Mr. Humphrey and Ms. Raudabush for being here with me today, and thanking all the other sponsors and all the other people here today to make this morning possible. It truly is a new and special experience that we will all cherish for a long time, and your all generosity and kindness to our community shows every day in all of your actions. Thank you. Here's Ms. Raudabush.
All right. Okay, so obviously, whenever I come to these, I'm always crying, so I'm sorry. But every student that gets nominated and I come to speak with, they've touched my heart in some way. And Kainani is no different. She's touched my heart in very big ways, and although she is shy and quiet and kind of reminds me of myself in high school, wouldn't say a word and would never speak up when I knew the answer, but she's just a quiet leader, and sometimes that's okay to be a quiet leader. And this year, well, for the past almost 5 years, I've taken my IB biology students to Catalina Island for a 3-day trip. And this year we ran into some really big obstacles with money. And a lot of our kids at Guajome couldn't afford to go, but wanted to go. And so as Kainani helped me kind of figure out what could we do to get this going, because it's August and I don't have a down payment yet, and that's never happened before. And so we started to collaborate and talk and try to figure things out, and we did little things and made a little bit of money. But it wasn't until I talked to Ms. Voss and Mr. Humphrey, and we were able to do something a lot bigger. And Kainani led the way, and she was able to go speak to our board members and ask for donations from Guajome Park Academy board members. And that enabled quite a few students to be able to go. And she did that out of the kindness of her heart. she didn't necessarily need the money to go, but she knew these kids wanted to go. And so I was so proud of her to lead that, to be thoughtful of these other kids. There's a whole lot more I could say about Kainani, but I'll just kind of stop right there. I just want to say one more thing about her in my class. I teach IB biology. It's not an easy class. It's not an easy class to teach, and it's not an easy class to be a student of. But she comes in with grace every day and is ready to learn and take on the challenges. And she's also ready to help others as well. And she exemplifies what a rising star is, ready to be there with passion to help her community and those around her as well. So I'm very proud of her, and definitely a rising star in my book. Thank you.
Kainani in Hawaiian means beautiful ocean. And so I just thought it was fitting for her to pursue a career in environmental science so she could keep our oceans beautiful. But today is not about her. Today is about all you educators and administrators. As a former teacher of 12 years, I understand the devotion and the recognition that educators and administrators don't necessarily receive. And educators, administrators, everyone in this profession needs to be held at the same level as attorneys, as doctors, as businessmen, because without educators, there are no doctors, there are no lawyers, there are no politicians, there is no future. So today is about all you educators. And as a former educator myself, I thank you for your dedication, all your hard work. You know, it's unfortunate that I'm no longer teaching, and I miss the profession, but you know, thank you all, because it's about you guys, and it's you guys that makes this happen. So with that, aloha, thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna let that marinate. I cannot echo those sentiments any more than that. Congratulations. And now the other person that I did not get a chance to be able to thank. I know this is really tough for him to get up in front of a crowd. He's very shy. He's very quiet normally. But Joe sacrificed all of those. He overcame those difficulties, and I'm gonna invite him back up. So, thank you.
You gave me just enough courage to finish off the program, Kevin. Thank you so much. One more big round of applause for all of our speakers today. All right, so today we heard from a future surgeon, we heard from a future speech pathologist, a future social worker, a future lawyer, a future entrepreneur who is actually a current entrepreneur, and also a future environmental scientist. And I think that the last father who stood up and said, hey, educators, you're the reason why they're going to be in all these professions. So all the educators, thank you guys so much. Round of applause for you. Norma. You were reclassified in a year and a half, man. That takes people so long. That is a huge accomplishment. You have to be so proud. One of the biggest things that I heard you said that touched me is you want to help people feel like they belong. And I think when you came here from Mexico City, you probably didn't feel like you belonged. And after you've made this huge turnaround, making people feel like they belong is your passion, and that is huge. And you're going to make an amazing surgeon. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. Where's Star at? Hey Star, how you doing? Okay, so the first thing I wrote down was qualitatively analyzing. I don't know that I've qualitatively analyzed much or even said the word, but it was awesome to hear you say, I lost you after a few words, but what I did write down, are you ready, is that